Hello, I'm DelusionDispeller, and I'm trying to figure out the right brightness here for this video. It's kind of early in the morning, so the sun isn't even out yet, but I did want to make another video while it's quiet here and I can get this information out to you. So the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is symptoms of abuse. We talked about the traits of abuse, the types of abuses that there are. We'll be talking a little bit more about that in specific as I go on with different sections on the series, but symptoms of abuse. What does somebody that has been abused as a child look like after that abuse, or during that abuse as a child, or after it as an adult? First of all, many people that were abused are going to be very anxious. That means they're going to be hyper reactive to things that normal people that were not abused, and I don't mean that as an insult saying normal, but people that were not abused will not overreact to things. But somebody that was abused may find fault where there shouldn't be fault. They'll be scared of something that people that were not abused would not be scared of. They'll be jumpy, hyperactive. They call it hypervigilant, always looking over their shoulder, afraid somebody's going to do something to them, afraid that somebody has a sinister motive for doing things. It's very difficult sometimes to live with somebody that has been abused because they're freaking out over things that you're like, what? It's not a big deal. I don't know what the big deal is to you. Why are you making this some big issue? That person wasn't even that close to you in their car. They weren't going to hit you. You know, stuff like that. And you're asking yourself, what is wrong with this person? Why are they so freaked out over little things like this? So as well as anxiety, they have inappropriate reactions to stimuli, which means there may be danger that's present and they don't react to it. Somebody is about to do something harmful to them and they just sit there like they're going to let it happen. It doesn't make sense. But they're so used to being harmed, they've learned to turn that section of their brain off, so they're not reactive to it when they should be. A lot of these people, because they don't react to possible dangers, they tend to be risk takers. They'll be daredevils, like beyond just playful daredeviling. They will take really risky chances. I think some of these people are the ones you see on YouTube that are like swallowing glass and doing crazy stuff like that. Riding in shopping carts off a cliff, you know, that kind of crazy, you know, odd stuff that most people in their right mind would not even conceive of doing, let alone actually taking the chance and doing it. People that were abused have a really big problem with trusting people. They don't want to go certain places because they don't trust people. Some abuse victims have specific types of people they don't trust. I've seen everything from I don't trust fat people to I don't want to be around men because they make me uneasy, or women are all bees. I don't want anything to do with them. So sometimes it can be gender specific, and other times it just might be they don't want to be around people. A lot of them have a fear of crowds. They don't want to be in a place where there's more than a few people because it makes them feel, I guess, suffocated, trapped, scared. People that were abused tend to have very short fuses. They can snap into anger at the drop of a pin. I mean, just little things get them really, really enraged and irritated. You have to understand that the abuse victims were wired to expect anxiety and stress. They are just, that's where the hypervigilance comes in. I'm going to protect myself just in case something happens. They're always looking over their shoulder. They're always afraid some impending doom is coming their way. So they're wired that way, to hit the fight or flight really quickly. We're going to talk more on this when I come back on the next video. Stay tuned.